So I thought today we could react to this video. It's kind of funny. ESPN's radio host, Cleveland Radio, I guess it's ESPN Cleveland. Their radio host went absolutely off about the fact that people were saying that the Browns can't win the AFC North. It's almost like the Bengals are the best team in the AFC North, and obviously Joe Burrow is the best quarterback. Now, don't be wrong, the AFC North is still a very tough division. So while I don't think anyone could win it, I think the Bengals will win it. I think that the Browns could possibly make the playoffs. Well, he is not happy about the they could make the playoffs argument, and he wants. Let's just listen to what he has to say. Let me go ahead and do that. And
winning this division, though, Riz, is
my bad.
I don't care. I don't care. Be the best team.
I'm just trying
you guys
to
act like it's impossible to win the division. Oh my God. The Bengals won it the last 2 years. If I had told you 3 years ago the Bengals are going to win the division, you'd have laughed me off the friggin' air. Win it. Go win it. Enough with this settling for, if they make the playoffs. No. Not good enough. Make a run, man. Make a run. So, be the Eagles. Be the Rams. Be the Bengals. Make a run. It's our time, damn it. It's our friggin' time.
Wow. Okay. My man just went out there and said it. Now, listen. The Rams, when they went and made their run, they had to go out there and buy every single piece possible to try to create a super squad to make a run. And then they still should have lost to the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Like, the Browns could beat the Bengals. Remember the Rams? They, did all this and made a run to the Super Bowl? Yeah, and then they had to call a crazy holding call on Logan Wilson so Cooper Kupp scored a game-winning touchdown. Yeah, that! That was a bad example. Yeah, the Bengals lost by, 4 points? Because of that bullcrap holding call. So, yeah, we lost. There you go. Your one example is that. Now, the Eagles, was it 2019? They went on a run. And keep in mind, they lost their quarterback. And Nick Foles just magically, Disney magic, went out there and won a Super Bowl, okay? So unless Cleveland has some Disney magic, which I do not think with their quarterback, prison inmate number 4, they can do anything related to Disney magic. I think Disney would sue them out of the league before they use any Disney magic. But, listen, those divisions, right, at the time, the Eagles with the NFC East, the NFC East wasn't that good. The Cowboys are always, they're good team, decent team, but they fall apart in the playoffs. But other than that, the Giants that year sucked, and the Commanders that year sucked. So they don't have a tough division. So for the Eagles to make a crazy one like that, it took an easy schedule and a really easy division. While at the same time, for the Rams, it kind of took the similar. They have a tougher division. They always had a tougher division. NFC West is actually kind of very tough. But at the same time, though, they were able to skate by buying all the pieces together, which again then goes to the Super Bowl versus that. This is something I've talked about before, right? And trust me, it's not always the easiest thing to talk about. The Kansas City Chiefs are a good team now. Yeah. They're good. They were bad for so long. They're good now. They're one of the best teams in the league. Buffalo used to be one of the worst teams. Well, not one of the worst, but they were definitely not that great. They went on a 20-year playoff drought. Now they're one of the best teams. The Bengals, they're one of the best teams. Period. So whether or not you want to accept that or not accept that, they are one of the best teams. So when you say why is it impossible for the Browns to go and win the division? Well, first off, they got to go through the Bengals. Okay, they got to have a better record than the Bengals. They have to play the Ravens twice, the Steelers twice, and the Bengals twice. That is 6 games. That is not easy to do. Every single AFC North team is the equivalent of a playoff team. Right now, every team there is a playoff team. The Steelers, you might say, well, they're 9-8. They're kind of on the fringe. Whatever. Browns 10-7. They're a playoff team. Ravens, they're a playoff team. The Bengals, obviously, yeah. It's not easy to do that. So while, yes, we can all make this hypothetical, pixie land dust come out of our butts and talk about, what if the Browns could beat the Bengals twice and beat everyone else? It's not going to happen. The Bengals actually have a very favorable schedule for the most part. They can win, and as I said before, go 14-3. You have to beat that. And the Browns, while they don't have that hard of a schedule, because last year they missed the playoffs, they have a secretly tough schedule. I have them going 10-7. So I think they could still make the playoffs, right? But it's very possible, depending on the games, because they have a lot of games against teams that are like either sneaky good or could be sneaky good, or could be trash altogether and they're just trap games and then they mess up because of trap games. Like, it's just such a weird scenario with the Browns. And again, we're all hoping, well, not hoping us, but they're hoping that Deshaun Watson is the same quarterback he was back in the day. Like when he was with Houston. And I know this offseason, Greg Newsome, the cornerback for the Browns, he came out and said, oh, Deshaun Watson is exactly like he was before. Of course you're going to say that. Why would you say anything else than that? Because you want your quarterback to look good. But at the end of the day, that might not be the case. And if Deshaun Watson struggles the first couple weeks of the season, this season starts off bad, it's not going to get better overnight. And they got rid of Kareem Hunt. They got Nick Chubb back there, but they got no other running backs back there. Amari Cooper is a star receiver. He's pretty dang good, don't get me wrong. But outside of that, yes, they have obviously a third-round guy they drafted. They have Peoples-Jones. They have Elijah Moore. But it really, all that team is right now with the Browns is what if, right? It's a question mark. It's 7 question marks in a row, and you're trying to figure out what could they be. You don't know what they're going to be. And all you know is after this year, they're going to have to dismantle everything, and they're done. Because they're negative $59 million because of Deshaun Watson. So, I don't know. Like I said, I think they can make the playoffs, and I think that right there is a really good accomplishment. I don't think that's a low expectation. Say the Browns can make the playoffs. I think that's a huge accomplishment. They didn't make it last year. So, you can't sit here and say, oh, well, winning the division. You got to make the playoffs first. You can't go from not playoffs to winning the conference. You can't do that. You got to go, okay, we not playoffs. Then they're in rebuild. So then you can just say how they're going to be the first pick overall for a couple years. I don't know. And I'm not trying to trash the Browns here. It's not me saying, oh, the Browns suck. I just said they're going 10-7. But at the same time, though, the reason why you can't just go out there and say, oh, yeah, why can't the Browns go win the division? Because they're not better than the Bengals. That's a period. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.